one best-selling lawn and garden tools that we feature for you here at HSN. We'd like to have you call us if you own the pole saw. We enjoy it because it's going to allow you to be able to cut back all those low-hanging limbs and branches without getting on a ladder, so that your feet are planted safely on the ground. We've got 3 colors that we're going to be showing this to you in. We have it available in purple, we have it in navy, and then we also have it for you in the bright yellow color. For this show, I believe we have this on 4 flexible payments. I can't quite see my monitor because it's a little bright outside, but $24.99. And if you're hearing that little helicopter that's flying out over our studio, that's because we are actually near an airport. And
outside.
We are outside. Joining me for a presentation of our pole saw happens to be Peter Cocullen, who is one of our home and solution experts. So I've been telling everybody, I don't know if this is the #1 best-selling lawn, but I think it's #1 or #2. People love the pole saw, and if you're one of those people, call me and tell us why you love it. And then this is such a versatile tool to have.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason it's become so popular is that this is a job that people can't avoid. You've got to trim those trees back. If it's because they're just closing in the front entrance to your house and you just want to open it up so aesthetically it looks better, or because those trees and limbs are going to get a little dangerous close to the cars, close to the window, the roof of the house, you've got to cut them back. And the reason this is great is because you can do it now. It's very expensive when you call someone to do it. Marlo, I've had quotes as high as $1,200 to trim the trees. Now, I have some trees that I couldn't reach even with this great 9.5-foot pole saw. But I can wait and do it every other year because all the low branches I can handle. Check this out. We have a very lightweight pole. This entire thing weighs 9 pounds. So I always say less than 10 pounds. Everybody can relate to that. It's really easy. When I extend this, I can extend it all the way to 9.5 feet. So watch this. I'm going to put it down on the ground right next to me. And I'm 7'1". No, I'm kidding.
Right.
I'm just over 6 feet tall.
And you can
see,
hey, Shaq.
It's 9.5 feet tall. But wait, I mean, that's great. But now, when you look at the kind of reach I have, so just over 6 feet tall, I mean, reaching 10, 11, 12 feet in the air to handle those branches is very easy. And if you go outside right now, you're going to notice that so many of the branches that you need to cut down, they're only 7, 8, 9 feet in the air. They're the ones that are causing all the problems, the ones that are hanging low. And you know the trees all do the same thing. They have the regular branches and then the one that comes right down over the cars or really right in front of that front door. You can do it with this. This is very easy to use. Oh, and I want to show you all this. This is a 10-inch bar and chain. So normally when you're looking at a pole saw like this, you might see 6 or 8-inch when it comes to that bar and chain. 10 inches, automatic oiling system. It's going to oil. All you have to do is keep that reservoir full and you're set to go. We have the Oregon chain, which is really industry standard. Even the most expensive professional ones all have that Oregon chain. They're circling, Marlo.
Are they looking for you, Peter?
Well,
the helicopter...
I mean, I'm guessing it's the paparazzi. This has happened before. No, of course, they're looking for you.
Yeah, right. So because our studios are clearly outside and the helicopter is right above us.
He's circling.
I think they're looking for Peter for some odd reason.
It's one of us, some odd reason, exactly.
Just bear with us, and that's the fun part of live TV.
You know what we'll do? I'm going to drown out the helicopter.
Let's do
with the pole saw.
Great
Show you how easy it is to cut.
Great
Remember,
idea.
The cool thing about this is, as I said, under 10 pounds, so you're going to be able to handle this. You're going to be able to rest this down on the limb and just let it work its way through that limb so quick and easy that you're going to have a really comfortable time cutting back those branches, whether they're overhead or maybe now that it's warm where you are, or I'm hoping it's warm just about everywhere, that you're able to cut even those branches that are already down on the ground, cut them up, you know, put them aside for firewood for next season, or just put them out at the street, get them taken away. This will allow you to do that. It also is the only one we offer that has that articulating head on there, so when you get higher up and you want to angle that so you can get really the perfect cutting angle for you, it can do that as well. So it's a great saw, very easy to use. Everyone loves it for exactly those same reasons, that they're doing a job that without this pole saw just wouldn't be possible. And here you can see, again, extending it to its full height, using it overhead. There's that safety switch. All you're doing is adding your extension cord, and you're doing it I just showed you the articulating head. Easy to do, 10-inch bar and chain. And Marlo, you've tried it a few times in cutting the limbs.
Absolutely.
So many ladies have said the same thing. They've called up, oh, I ordered this. I want my husband to use it to cut those limbs back. And what happens? They realize at under 10 pounds with the fiberglass pole that dampens any vibration, comfortable handle, that they can do it. So you can do it as well. You're going to be using it now during the spring, cut back any dead growth, maybe take care of any of that real explosive growth that we're having right now. Use it again in the fall so you can clear everything out. That's, that gets close to the house during the wintertime.
They're coming back for you.
Here they come. I'm here. It really is. It's the paparazzi.
All right.
How about cutting? Go ahead. You want to show the colors?
I'm just going to show the colors really quickly. We do have 3 choices for you. I'm going to take these glasses off. We do recommend that you wear safety goggles, clearly, as the helicopter comes back. Maybe they're coming to get us both.
It's April Fool's Day. It could be a joke.
Now, that's true. Yellow is the most limited of the 3 choices. So if you'd like to have it, we've got it in blue, and then we have it in purple. So 3 choices for you. A lot of you are shopping with us for these. As I mentioned to you, it's always very popular. A lot of the ladies get this because they get so nervous when their husbands are out there on that darn ladder, right? And as we've shown you in some of the video, because of that telescopic pole, now you're gonna be able to reach some of those hard places and keep your feet solid on the ground. That's a big deal, we can say that. You're not biting your nails, you're not nervous. We've all heard of nightmare stories. And to Peter's point, we all have some type of shrubs or trees or branches and that sort of thing that you want to get out there and get the job done. And you also mentioned how expensive it can be.
Oh.
Obviously you can hire, professionals, and you might have to do that in some cases depending on the size of your trees.
But maybe they only have to come every other year.
Yes.
And when you can do that, just the 1 year, if they're only coming to do half the amount of branches every other year, you're still cutting that bill in half.
Saving money.
And sometimes it's not the upper branches, it's all those branches that you notice when you walk out the door, and you can take care of those. I've got our little faux tree up here. I can, show you again how you can cut that up above a little bit. You know what I'll do? I'll do this lower branch right here. I want you to see that. So when you're doing this, again, you're extending it out. You've got that comfortable handle. You want to always cut at a 45-degree angle, and just let that branch, the saw just rest on that branch, and then you'll see it'll nice and easy work its way through there. And I'll show you again if I'll just adjust that head a little bit, articulate that down, and then tighten that up. So let's just go to that higher branch, and I want you to see that angle as well. Just want to make sure my cord doesn't fall out here. And here we go. So same thing, just lay it down on that branch.
That's great.
There you go. And that's the reason to always be at a 45-degree angle. You want to be away from that tree, cutting in that direction, and then let that branch fall down. You don't want to be directly underneath, because that's bad.
Okay.
But you are not going up on the ladder, which I think is the best thing, because anyone who's worked with a chainsaw up on a ladder, you know how difficult it can be, how dangerous it can be. Don't do it, ever.
Here's the other thing. This isn't as loud as traditional saws that are out there. You don't have the fumes, you don't have the gas, you're not pulling on anything.
Right.
I know you've got some samples of some other products that are out there on the market. This is a very modern way, a very earth environmentally friendly way to be able to get it done. And in our opinion, it's a safer way, clearly. So with minutes remaining on the clock, the 4 Flex is for a limited time only. That's just for the start of our spring garden event, and I love that we can offer this to you. You can get it at home for under $26, which is plus tax, which is pretty remarkable.
Which is great. You can get so much done.
Value. Yeah.
So much done in that amount of time. You're going to love it.
Tell me about this guy.
Well, here's what you don't need. And I have to be honest, I don't want one of these. I mean, it is intimidating. It's loud. It's got the gas. It's got this. And I learned to hate this when I was a kid with the lawnmower, trying to get that started. And then look at this. It's got a full set of instructions on the bottom. You've got your primer bulb there. Getting it started is a hassle. It's huge. It's loud. It doesn't stop when you let go. So you don't need this, and we don't want that. Again, no gas, no fumes, which is exactly what you want. And even here's an example of a pole saw. Still the gas and the fumes. And then look at the bar and chain that we're comparing to right here. You don't want that. We have a full 10 inches when it comes to that bar and chain. This is heavier, it's shorter, and to expand it, or I guess you can make it shorter or longer, but you need tools to do that, taking it apart.
There's no comparison to the length of ours.
Exactly. So many of us don't have a chainsaw like that because it's just too much, too intimidating. You don't need it. It's either too big or too loud. This is perfect. Sorry, Marla, I'll cut right in front there. And here comes a helicopter. But I think it's cool that we have a helicopter.
But you know what? We'll never
around.
forget this day.
Exactly. But I want to show you, so you just saw that really small bar and chain. Here is the 10-inch bar and chain.
We're over here.
10-inch bar and chain, which means we're able to handle some very large diameter branches, which is important. If you want to be cutting firewood, you can do it. There's that Oregon chain. Check any other brand, any gas-powered large chainsaws, whatever it is, they've got an Oregon chain. So do we. There's the reservoir where you're going to put that oil in. Once you pop the oil in there, it's set to go. It's going to automatically oil it. So every once in a while, all you do is check that window right there. We've got a little viewing window. Check out the oil, make sure you've got oil in there, you add some, and you're set to go. I mean, it is super simple. I'm gonna keep cutting, Marlo.
And I wanna mention, I guess because you're using the yellow is the most limited. There's 120 in the yellow. We do have purple and blue as well. So pick a color, but we've got the 4 flex throughout the weekend. Sorry that I raised my voice just a little bit.
I mean, Marla, you know what you notice about this? Is how simple it is and how you're never fighting with that saw, like trying to control it. We dampen that vibration with that fiberglass tube or pole, and it is really the right tool. Again, here's maybe 2.5 inches, maybe almost 3 inches in diameter branch, which is really common as to what you're gonna see up overhead. And it just nice and easily goes through this. So you're never fighting with it. You never feel like you're out of control, and you let go of that button and it stops. So that's why we keep saying that everybody can handle this, everyone can do it, everyone can get those jobs done.
Without a doubt. I mean, that's really what it's all about, which is why we wanted to have our spring garden event and show you the top products that we feature for you to allow you to be able to get out there and get those beautifully well manicured lawns that we all enjoy having. But it's really about great tools. EARTHWISE, which is the company that brings to us this pole saw, really is very popular here at HSN. Earlier in the hour, we had the hedge trimmer that I don't know if you had a chance to see that. That's also by the same company. No fumes, no gas, easy, fairly lightweight when you consider some of the heavier, bulkier products. And safety is a big issue with this brand because they give you this telescoping handle that allows you to be able to extend these products so that you can be safely on the ground, which is really a big part of trimming those low-hanging branches and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. And so making it lightweight so you don't have to get up on the ladder. But also the other safety feature is great. You're adding your extension cord, and this is going to be exactly the same as our hedge trimmer, which you just mentioned. We're still giggling about that. But when you push that handle, nothing happens until you also hit the safety switch.
Every time you go to talk.
Exactly. And then when you let go, everything stops. The motor stops, the chain stops, and if you try to go right back to it, it won't fire up again until you hit that button right there. So you're always going to be in control. And I think for everyone, that's the big thing. So let's show you again. Here it is, fully collapsed. When I extend that out, I'm using a navy now. We got that navy color that I like. I'll extend that all the way out.
I like the navy too.
Now you're at 9.5 feet, which I think is great. I mean, it is a very tall, but 9.5 feet with that 10-inch bar and chain, and we're still under 10 pounds. I actually think we're under 8 pounds. I'm saying under 10 pounds.
All right, we like for you to be conservative.
Just to be conservative.
So look at that. We've got a minute remaining in our presentation. I'm encouraging you to shop, whether you call our toll-free 800 number or you go online to hsn.com or shop by remote in your area. And if you're online, why not check out our expanded assortment of great lawn and garden products? We've got a variety of terrific products, a lot of brand new this year. So I certainly hope that you will check it out. Coming up next hour, I want you to get ready for beauty. At HSN, you've got to be every woman and every man, because we're going to go from a pole saw to some lip gloss, honey.
Wow.
So you got so that's what's going to be coming up next. We're going to be going inside and talking about ready to wear.
I'm going to go to my helicopter now and leave.
I think you need to take cover.
They're picking me up. That's my helicopter. I didn't want to mention it earlier, but
great job. Thank you, Peter.
Marlo. Thanks.
Thank you as well. We're heading in.